Imagine standing in a world where water, something so simple, so familiar, has become a silent battlefield. A world where every drop counts, not because it is scarce, but because we finally understand how precious, how alive, how powerful water truly is. And now, imagine that humanity has unlocked a partner powerful enough to protect it. A partner that never sleeps, never gets tired, never stops learning. A partner called artificial intelligence. This is the story of how AI is reshaping the future of water management, and maybe even saving our planet. For a moment, close your eyes and picture a river. Not just flowing, but speaking. Speaking in patterns, data, vibrations, chemistry, temperature, history. A river filled with information we could never fully see, until now. For thousands of years, humans managed water with guesswork. We built dams without knowing when floods would strike. We irrigated fields without realizing how much water we were wasting. We pumped groundwater without hearing the silent warning beneath our feet. But everything changed the moment AI entered the story. Today, sensors buried deep in the soil can feel moisture levels the way your skin feels rain. Drones glide over farms, reading the health of crops like a doctor scanning a patient. RE systems analyze billions of data points: rainfall, temperature, soil chemistry, river flow, predicting exactly when to conserve and when to release water. In some places, AI has already done the impossible. It has predicted droughts months before they arrived. It has detected water leaks deep underground that humans never knew existed. It has controlled smart irrigation systems that save up to 40% of the water farmers once used. But the real magic isn't in the numbers. It's in the idea. For the first time in human history, water understands us, and we understand water. Imagine a city where every pipeline is a living network, where AI monitors pressure, flow, and purity every second. If a pipe cracks, the system knows instantly. If contamination enters the supply, the system reacts before humans even wake up. Imagine homes where AI adjusts water usage automatically, shortens showers when reservoirs run low, recycles grey water without you noticing, learns your habits, protects your bills, and protects the planet. And imagine countries once suffering from drought, now using AI to predict every raindrop, harvest every cloud, store every flood, and recycle every litre. This isn't the future. This is now. Yet, behind every breakthrough, there is a deeper truth. Water is not just a resource. It is memory. It is life. And AI is helping us listen to it. But this future also carries a warning. RE is powerful, but it is only as wise as the humans who guide it. We must choose carefully what kind of world we want to build. A world that protects water, or a world that exhausts it. Somewhere in the near future, a child will open a tap in a city that once struggled with thirst, and clean water will flow because AI learned, predicted, protected, and optimized every step of its journey. Somewhere, a farmer will watch crops flourish during a drought because AI measured the soil grain by grain and delivered exactly the right amount of water. Somewhere, floods that once destroyed entire towns will be predicted weeks earlier, giving people the time they need to survive. And somewhere, maybe in your city, water systems will run silently, perfectly, powered by intelligence that never stops evolving. This is the future of water management with AI, a future where technology does not replace humanity, but safeguards the very essence of life for generations to come. And as we move into this future, one truth will echo louder than ever. The smartest civilizations are not those that conquer the world, but those that learn how to preserve the water that keeps the world alive. But the journey doesn't end here, because the real revolution begins when AI not only manages water, but predicts the future of water itself. Think about this. Every raindrop that falls, every river that flows, every glacier that melts, is part of a pattern too vast, too complex, too ancient for any human mind to decode. But AI sees it. RE reads it. RE understands it. In the snowy peaks where glaciers breathe like sleeping giants, AI models track every shift, every melt, every crystal. They can tell us when rivers will swell, when reservoirs will shrink, and when entire regions might face thirst long before humans notice the warning signs. On coastlines where oceans rise silently each year, AI maps the future, street by street, home by home, showing us the places we must protect before the tides reclaim them. In megacities, where millions of people depend on fragile infrastructure, AI acts like a guardian spirit. It knows when pumps should run, when valves should open, when waste should be treated, and when every drop must be conserved. But perhaps the most powerful change is something deeper. RE is teaching us to respect water again. For decades, we treated water as something infinite, limitless, disposable. But the truth is, water is patient, not infinite. Water is generous, not replaceable. And now that AI reveals how every misuse affects the entire system, we are forced to confront a reality we once ignored. A future without water is not science fiction. It's a possibility. And that possibility is what gives this new era its urgency, its intensity, its hope. Because with AI, we can choose differently. We can turn floods into storage. We can turn waste into purity. We can turn predictions into protection. We can turn fear into resilience. And maybe, just maybe, we can turn crisis into harmony. Picture a future where countries don't fight over water, because AI helps them share it wisely. Where agriculture doesn't exhaust rivers, because AI creates perfect efficiency. Where cities don't fear drought, because AI balances every reservoir like a heart that never skips a beat. Picture a world where every child grows up, knowing clean water is not a privilege, but a promise humanity kept. This is not just technology. This is not just engineering. This is a moment where human intelligence meets artificial intelligence, and together, they give birth to water intelligence. And that intelligence may be the key to our survival, because the future of water is not just about managing a resource. It's about protecting a legacy older than civilizations, older than history, older than humanity itself. And as long as AI stands with us, learning, guiding, analyzing, and evolving, there is hope that the waters of our world will continue to flow, silently, powerfully, endlessly. But here's the question we must all ask ourselves. What do we do with this power? Because AI is only as wise as the choices we make, only as brave as the risks we are willing to take, only as hopeful as the future we dare to imagine. And right now, humanity stands at a crossroads. On one path, we continue as we always have, ignoring the warning signs, wasting what we think will last forever, believing that technology alone will save us. But on the other path, something extraordinary is happening. A new partnership is forming. A partnership not between nations, not between companies, but between humans and the earth itself. AI becomes the translator, the bridge, the voice of the water. And for the first time in history, we are beginning to understand what the planet has been trying to tell us for centuries. Protect me, and I will sustain you. Ignore me, and I will reshape you. In villages surrounded by deserts, AI is helping engineers create water out of thin air, pulling moisture from the sky to give life where hope once died. In flood-prone regions, AI is designing cities that bend with the water, not fighting nature, but flowing with it. In farmlands that once cracked under the sun, AI maps every root, every seed, every drop, turning scarcity into abundance. And in laboratories across the world, scientists and machines work together, building materials that clean water faster than nature itself, creating systems that recycle water endlessly, like a living, breathing loop of survival. This isn't magic. This isn't fantasy. This is the moment where we finally stop playing against the earth and start playing with it. Because the truth is, water has always been the lifeblood of our existence. But AI is becoming the heartbeat that keeps it alive. And if we listen, if we act, if we choose courage over comfort, then a new world becomes possible. A world where every river is monitored, every drop is valued, every ecosystem is understood, and every human life has access to the most fundamental gift of all, water. But the journey still isn't complete, because the final chapter of this revolution is not written by machines. It's written by us, by the choices we make, by the habits we change, by the respect we show to the resource that shaped every civilization before us. AI can guide us. AI can warn us. AI can protect us. But only humanity can decide whether this technology becomes a tool of preservation or a witness to our collapse. So as we step into this new era, this era of water intelligence, remember this: the future is not something that happens to us. The future is something we build, drop by drop, together. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave your comments below.